Alright guys, you are watching Sal TV, this is Salamancer, and we're here for the tiebreaker round between Knights of the Apocalypse and Desolation Angels, two teams with very serious names on a very serious map playing a very serious game of Team Fortress 2. So we're going to watch how the defense sets up here. Looks like it's pretty standard here for Knights of the Apocalypse, and once again, KA is on defense first. They started the game on defense first, and that means they are going to finish the game on defense first. So, it's up to Desolation Angels to find that cap time and figure out what to do with it. They want to set as quick a cap time for all of these maps as possible, but of course their first round cap was just it was just really slow. It was like 16 minutes almost. They spent as much time as they could on each map. Of course, we all like watching this HAARP map, but yeah. They spent a very long time, so we're going to have to see if they can't step up their offense here a little bit. They've had a good defense, but their offense has been somewhat lacking occasionally. Alright, so pushing up the right-hand side, we've got a scout and a soldier so far. Going to take a little bit more of a bird's eye view. And, oh, tuna fish getting headshot. So Nova mode has just been going really big on Sniper, I think, this entire game. And here we go. Once again, they are pushing up the right-hand side, and I just did something really disgusting, but I'm going to keep casting anyway, despite the fact that there's a terrible taste in my mouth right now. But wow, here we go. Looks like Red Team is doing a pretty good job of defense, but of course they've lost their soldier right now, so they lose a little bit of damage capability from that. Really, though, what matters is keeping their heavy, their sentry, and their medic and their pyro alive, because that way... Oh, my voice is going so low right now. Because that way they can air blast these Ubers out, keep their, keep their defensive position up as long as possible. But it looks like their air blast has actually failed. The engineer and his sentry are both dead right now. Practically everybody on Knights of the Apocalypse is down. So a very quick, under a minute, first capture time for Desolation Angels here, and they're once again going to have an Uber advantage here, pushing on to the last. Nova mode trying to get some big snipes here, but looks like he may end up taking a lot of damage in the process, and that's going to mean S-Dog should be able to get back behind. S-Dog should be getting back here behind that, but he actually can't get up in there because there's a really big push coming in right now with the Uber advantage. Blue team is just so far forward, so aggressive at the moment. They're finally dropping back there, but they were just playing so extremely aggressive that I was really worried. S-Dog might have gotten headshot there just from Nova back over here. Finally, they are, however, sending Pete the Plumber to to plumb out the enemy, clear out the pipes a little bit, and give their team some breathing room. And my voice is going so bad right now, guys, because I've been casting for so long today, but it's just amazing action all over the place. The Uber comes in before S-Dog has his ready, but it's going to be ready really soon here, so here we go. Finally, the Uber is going to get popped. No, it's not! S-Dog ended up going down there. That's going to be really big here. If they can push in, now is the time. Blue team may set a really fast capture time here, but looks like that sentry position is going to shut it down. Oh my gosh, that was going to be some epic stuff. Spy here could do a lot of damage, though. And he is, I think, in position behind this sentry. He's going to sap it and going to run around, start sapping the dispenser over here as well. Doesn't get a lot of kills, though. The sappers are going to get taken out, so well done by the engineer here just to keep everything alive and keep it built up so that Blue Team's going to have, once again, a hard time pushing in. So, Blue team, of course, is going to get their own setup. Oh, nice try, but of course you got spotted, so 4 life gets taken down there. And we're just kind of waiting for the Uber to build up once again from Ringleader so that Ringleader can get in and push his team to victory, hopefully for them. Desolation Angels, of course, need that fast capture time, or else Knights of the Apocalypse may end up just beating them to it like they did the first round, or the second round, I should say. They do not want to set a long cap time here, so hopefully for them they get that one really in. Now, I'm streaming this live right now, and I know I have a lot of the Knights of the Apocalypse guys watching the stream, so I don't want to I don't want to sound a little bit too biased here for Desolation Angels. I actually know a lot more of the people on KA than I do on Desolation Angels. I think I've said that before. Regardless, it's fun to watch both of these teams play against each other. It's just some really high-level stuff right now from both of them. The defense, of course, on HAARP is just extremely ridiculous, though. Collide ends up getting some good kills here with the stickies, so well done to Collide to just shut that area off. And now, of course, I'm not sure. I think that Blue Team could actually just ignore the fact that the Uber's standing there for a second. They don't actually have to pick it up right away. They could have just pushed out with the Uber, tried to take a position, tried to take the position and attack, and then picked it up later. But here they go. They are Ubering out now. The counter Uber is once again popped by S-Dog, and he's keeping his pyro there to air blast everything out, just like you would expect. So once again, this extremely nasty defensive setup here. Wow, was that one rocket taking out like 4 people there from Pete the Plumber? That was insane. But yeah, I mean, just look at how awful this defensive position is. I mean, it's when you push out, you've got this big open space that you have to push through. The only real defensible area for the offense is right here, so if you can shut that down, you're golden. But then after you cross this open space here, you've got to walk either through this choke point or through this one here. It is just horrendous for offense to push in, and you really have to get some sort of Uber advantage or some sort of really big pick. Getting the Uber advantage is almost impossible, though, because that medic just gets to sit here perfectly well defended with his back to a wall, and that is, of course, what S-Dog is doing right now. He's not going to get backstabbed. Nothing bad could ever happen to him standing there. So, yeah, getting that Uber advantage is just not something that can happen on offense here. It's really even worse than Dustbowl in that respect. So that is why these games are taking so long and just ruining my voice. But once again, we're going to have the spy here, Nipsey Russell, walking out, seeing if he can't take out that sentry. So far, no good, but maybe the third time's the charm for him. Almost everybody up, but Nova Mode ends up getting taken down by the Scout. Tuna Fish doing a good job there for his team. Science here can't headshot that Scout, though, and of course headshotting Scouts is a very hard thing to do when they're walking up right next to you. Now we've got the Uber coming in once again. Ubered the Pyro in to see if he couldn't just air blast everybody out. The intel's sitting right there. Lots and lots of people dead for both teams, and the Engineer's down right now for Knights of the Apocalypse, so this could be the push that the Desolation Angels need. Yes, there it is. They've capped it. So Desolation Angels putting down 5 minutes and 43 on the first map, but insanely done right now, guys. So second round starting for Knights of the Apocalypse to push out here on defense. And that time there, 5:43, is pretty average. I don't know what I said before. Maybe I wasn't even paying attention to what I said. But it's a pretty average time. It's the second maps, of course. Desolation Angels wants to make those push out a lot faster, because if they can get out there and put up like an 8 or a 10 minute time, then it's going to be a really competitive game. If it takes them another 16 minutes, though, they're going to have a really, really difficult time on defense, just like they did that first round. And it was it was down to the last point where, I mean, they got saved by some really clutch headshots and just some overall good defense. But they would rather have a quick cap time, of course. I think if I were on their team, I would too. So we'll just have to see whether they can do it. That is some extremely old computing equipment, guys. Just really old. And what is even the point of this little antenna? I mean, is this a wireless computer from the 1950s? I do not know. Pretty cool if it was. Anyway, we're going to have to see how the push comes out here, taking a bird's eye view so that we can see pretty much everything that happens. Oh, we got to see that upper area too. There we go. And right off the bat, Chris has been taken out by Science. So got blinded by Science a little bit there, ended up dying. Tuna Fish, though, gets a headshot. Scouts not especially important on defense. They are good for kind of picking at the flanks sometimes, sort of like you'd pick at a scab, I guess, but otherwise not that important. Picking at scabs isn't going to be deadly. So here we go. We've got the only person dead right now is Tuna Fish, and he will be able to take that teleporter. People always say that if you're a scout, you shouldn't take teleporters, but hey, if you're the only one there, why the heck not? Actually, it gets sapped there, so Nipsey doing a good job of taking out the telly. That means that anybody who dies right now on Knights of the Apocalypse is going to have to take the long way, because, of course, the Engineer wants to stay here and defend his sentry. He can't go back to spawn and build a teleporter. Uber comes in. They're going to be doing a lot of damage with this because they haven't. Red Team has not Ubered a Pyro. Now, I do like they've Ubered the Demo Man. They are trying to deal as much damage as possible to the sentry that was set up over here. Wow! Actually, a level 3 setup right there, so it was dealing a heck of a lot of damage. And with no teleporter here, Blue Team, I think, is going to be able to take this point relatively quickly. Maybe about a minute added on. We're going to have to see. Yeah, here we go. The intel's finally coming up, and they do now own this high ground. Lots of people dying, though. Collide getting some big kills there at the end. So, yeah, it was just a little bit over a minute that took them to cap that first point. And this time, S-Dog has done a good job of falling back, so he's keeping an Uber. It's not quite at the same level as Ringleader, but I think that they will have it in time for the actual push here that comes in. Gonna have to see. If Ringleader realizes that he's got an Uber advantage, that would be really good. However, look at this. Oh my gosh. If anybody from Blue Team tries to push in and sneak in through this little area, they're going to get a nasty surprise. Soldier knocks out the intel from the high ground. So, wow, well played there to our soldier there. It was Pete, I think, from Knights of the Apocalypse. Pete the Plumber. I bet you've never seen a plumber scarier than Pete because, yeah. I know I wouldn't want to deal with that. We've got an Uber coming out right now, I do believe. Or no, maybe that was just a good spy work there. The sentry, yeah, did go down. I think it was just to a spy. Good Uber here to delay the capture on the point here, but it just was not enough. Everything went down there as soon as the Uber faded. So nice fast capture time, and that was about 2 minutes on that second map. So putting up some really awesome cap times so far. And my stream is making fun of me for talking about those old computers, but man, these old computers. So we've got Desolation Angels here pushing out onto this last point. They've done a better job than they did in the first round, I think, of setting up their time. But it all comes down to how long Knights of the Apocalypse can defend their last point. If they can defend it for a good 5 or 6 minutes, then it gives them a nice long time, and they can fail a couple of pushes and still be okay. But of course, really that second point on the first map, the office, as we're going to call it. We're just going to call it the office. That is really where most of the time discrepancies seem to come from. Watching some really awesome taunt slides here as we wait for this round to start. Knights of the Apocalypse versus Desolation Angels. It is 1-1, so everything comes down to this round. So here we go. Finally, Desolation going to be able to push out of their spawn here as the setup time fades away. The doors open. Nipsey Russell immediately walking out to the side here. We're going to have to see the Ubers have not popped yet. Nipsey wants to decloak right here and see if he can't get a really fast sap on the sentry or something going down. So maybe some good backstabs. We will have to find out what he does. Spam coming in on the point, but of course that's not going to matter too much. The Heavy's taking a bit of damage here, but a lot of people dying for blue team right now, and looks like I think maybe they should have seen Nipsey Russell there, but they may not have, so he's actually going to get around back behind them. Knights of the Apocalypse missed that spy, missed an opportunity to knock him out. We're going to have to see whether he comes in for backstabs or whether he just tries to take out a telly. I don't even see a teleporter up right now, though, and we're going to have to see how well blue team does at pushing out of spawn. Right now, not well at all. They're just barely managing to get up here. They're finally pushing the Demo Man forward. Where is the spy? I don't know. He's finally coming around here right now. Makeover. Oh, so close to getting a pick on the medic, but he's disguising and at very least going to try and take out this teleporter. I'm sorry, the sentry. That's not a teleporter. Teleporters can't shoot at people, so he does. Very clutch right before he dies to that fire. Managed to take out the sentry. I almost said teleporter again, but I caught myself this time. Wow, so they tried to set up that second sentry there, but this time the Pyro came in and just said, nope. Okay, wow. So Pyro doing a really good job, and so only 4 people left right now for Knights of the Apocalypse. No teleporter up to bring them back up to speed, and even if there were, they're just now spawning. So I think with this really good forward positioning here, wow, yeah, nice fast cap, or at least a decent time on the cap. Knights of the Apocalypse held it off for a while, but I think what we're seeing from Desolation Angels here is pretty methodical pushes. They don't. Oh gosh, S-Dog goes down to a spy here. This could be. I mean, this could be it. He's not going to have the Uber advantage. The Uber advantage is going to go squarely to Ringleader right now. They're going to be able to push in here, and if they can keep this Uber up, which of course Ringleader does an extremely good job of staying alive, if they can keep it up, they're going to be able to push in, knock out that sentry completely unopposed. The intel is in the hands of the soldier right now, walking across the side, so he is going to be just fine, getting in a good forward position there. No, actually just walking out to the center. Not sure why he exactly did that. Ended up getting taken out by Pete and Collide. So he collided with one too many projectiles there and ended up just losing his life a little bit early. The Uber advantage is slowly fading here for blue team. They really need to push in right now if they're going to take advantage of it, but they're not doing it yet. Looks like he wants to wait for his Demo Man to be ready, but wow, S-Dog actually is going to have his 100% Uber here as soon as they decide to push in. So, oh man, they had such an opportunity there to try and get a quick capture time there, but it's just too late now. 100% Uber now in the hands of S-Dog. He is kind of standing exposed here, though. I would like to see him standing maybe over on one of these sides, like behind his sentry or something, so he can't get headshot. But so far, they're doing a very good job on Knights of the Apocalypse of setting up this forward defense, so the Nova, the sniper, can't even get up there to try and take things out. Interesting scout play there from Tuna Fish, and he did end up getting taken down by the sentry. So, jumped up just a little bit too high in the air there, I think, for his own good. So, wow, okay, Collide coming in here trying to deal as much damage as possible. He did end up popping Ringleader into the air a little bit, but not too much damage going down, so it's not slowing him down too much. Ringleader, though, has not popped that Uber yet. He's been holding on to it for a very, very long time. And I think he's just waiting for his team to get a good setup, waiting for them to be able to push into this right-hand side maybe, or waiting for them to get a lot of good picks. so far it's not happening. Knights of the Apocalypse doing a really good job of just some super aggressive defense here. Watching them, looks like both teleporters have been knocked out now by the spy, so so this attempt at a very cautious push here, while I would normally like that sort of thing, it's been overly cautious by Desolation Angels, so they're wasting too much time here. They could have built up another Uber and like respawned every single person in the time that they've taken to even pop the first one. So wow, yeah. I'm starting to disagree with just how cautious they're being here. They need to push an Uber in and get something to happen, because right now with this, oh my gosh, look at how strong this defense has been from Knights of the Apocalypse. They've managed to set up crazy amounts of defense here on this point, so it's going to be insane. Oh no! Pop it, don't drop it. Science got right up forward. Like I said, some aggressive defensive positioning there. Science got up there, and now it is Knights of the Apocalypse turn to say, hey, guess what, guys? We can headshot your medic. Well, he's got Uber too. So payback time for Science there. That was some extremely awesome stuff. So Ringleader just now comes back up. The teleporter is back, so he did get up there very quickly, starting to build that Uber up again. Good job for them, for especially for their NG, for setting up that teleporter so fast. But the Science cam, man, Science did an amazing job there. Once again, some very aggressive forward jumping there by the soldier, but he's actually kind of not realizing that there's some good pushing down here from at the bottom. Finally checks that out. Collide is down right now, but pretty much everybody else up, and oh, nice soldier jumping in there. He manages to knock out Nova Mode, so that's going to be no more sniping for a little while for blue team. It's going to make it that much harder for them to push in, but soldier jumps across here, so they do have some good forward position there. Oh no, ends up getting taken down by Pete the Plumber. So Pete, of course, doing a very good job of predicting the movement of the enemies and just shutting down those lanes of attack. Once again, everything comes down to trying to push through here. Wow, Science gets taken down by Nova, though. Nova in a good forward position up there, but now he gets taken down. He's been spotted, and of course, he probably should have just run away at that point. It's kind of too late now. Teleporter seems to be level 3 again. We've got a lot of people getting teleported very quickly, and with no sniper up here, I think this is what they were actually waiting for. They were waiting for the sniper to go down so they could push out there and Uber in. But still, no Uber. I mean, there has not been a single Uber onto this last point yet. They're just playing so slowly on Desolation Angels right now. I want to see them Uber. Tuna Fish craters into the ground there, but I want to see them get an Uber push in here and do some damage. I mean, of course, they're doing a good job of waiting for the sniper to die, but that means they're doing a kind of a bad job of killing everybody else. Korn takes out Nipsey with the Postal Pummeler, which is, of course, a reskin of the Axe Extinguisher, but a lot of people, of course, enjoy using the Post a lot more. Okay, so pushing in a heavy here, but he ends up getting blown back by the sentry now, both of them getting blown back, so at least they're Ubering in, trying to deal some damage. S-Dog actually gets taken out before he can Uber. He drops Uber to the sniper there. So now Jeff, it's up to Jeff here basically, and it's actually a Wrangler battle. Looks like a spy back there tried to take it out, didn't manage to do it, but the sapper's still on there, has to get this healed up. There goes the sentry to some good rocket spam there. So wow, he's going to have to rebuild that sentry up here, which means that now is a golden opportunity, I think, for blue team to try to push in. They don't have the Uber, but then neither does S-Dog. So while this sentry is being built up here, that's when they want to push. Looks like they're not going to be able to do it, though. Ringleader goes down. Chris is down as well. So, wow, guys, this is just so intense here. Knights of the Apocalypse putting up an extremely huge defense. There's only about 2 minutes left, so only about 2 real pushes left available for Desolation Angels here. And knowing how fast Desolation Angels have been pushing so far, it's probably only going to be time for 1 push. Hugh goes down to a backstab from Nipsey, and we kind of missed that there. But okay, we've got Bone Singer walking around, just trying to see if he can do a little bit of damage here. There's not going to be a lot to do, and a good sticky trap placed there by Collide. So anybody who, oh wow, could have actually knocked out that soldier if he detonated a little bit faster, but kind of too late now. He'll probably set that up again. It's not a bad little spot there. He's got some really good spam coming out here, just making sure he shuts down those lanes. That's, of course, one thing that a demo is absolutely great for, is shutting down enemy lanes of attack, because, of course, nobody wants to walk over explosives. I mean, I guess maybe you do, but I don't like walking over explosives. So wow, we've got these teams actually positioned really close to each other. Good spam coming out here once again by Collide. So just knocking that medic back as much as he can. I don't think he actually managed to deal a lot of damage there, but of course pushing them back, delaying this push. Only a minute left. And some good jumping once again. I love watching the jumping here from Beat the Plumber. He's doing an amazing job here on defense of really pressuring as much as possible. But yeah, they've only got time now for 1 push. Novamo gets taken down by Science. Science is like, yes, doing the fist pump right now. He's got this, man. So it's only 5 points capped. The Uber is not popped yet, and oh my gosh, they're just waiting too long on the Uber. They couldn't pop it. So this may be it, guys. It may be down to a 5 cap here. The Uber's still ready for ringleader, so he may walk in with Uber, but it's probably going to be too late at this point. 30 seconds left in the round. He basically has to pop it now. Gets stabbed by 4Life. 4Life hugely influential there in defending that point. So Knights of the Apocalypse almost certainly with the winning defense here. So what's going to happen now is Knights of the Apocalypse, when they push in, they can either cap 5 points faster than their opponents capped it, or they can cap all 6. Now, their opponents actually capped those... Oh, Crater, nice try. Their opponents capped those 5 points in a reasonably quick time, 9 minutes and 12 seconds. So, Knights of the Apocalypse, if they can get under that cap time, they win for the 5 points. If they waste that 9 minutes there and can't capture the second point of this map, for instance, or whatever happens, they still have the opportunity to go cap the last point, because if their enemies, of course, didn't cap the last point, and then Knights of the Apocalypse did, well, obviously they managed to push better, so they win, right? At least I hope I explained that really well. And look at that, now people are making fun of me for saying that teleporters can't shoot stuff. Come on, guys. Come on. Alright, and yes, I am live streaming this at the same time as I cast it to Fraps. Hopefully it doesn't cause a quality drop with Fraps. It seems to be okay so far. Maybe my graphics card is kind of hating me right now, but I think it's okay. So, 9 minutes, 12 seconds, guys. We're going to have to see if Knights of the Apocalypse can pull it out, make their way to an awesome victory over Desolation Angels, or whether Desolation Angels can end up with a win here. And of course we know what the records are, but DesA has at least 1 loss in their league, and this could be it. Knights of the Apocalypse might end up dethroning them here. So I'm going to have to see how the push plays out. Whoa, man, Pete the Plumber trying to get in there and do some damage, but a really good, I don't know if it was an air shot necessarily, but really good prediction shot there nonetheless from Rise Against, so manages to take him out really fast. Tuna Fish goes down, but finally Hugh getting in here and saying, no sir, we're not going to have any of that spy shenanigans. While the Uber's popped here, but a little bit of a miscommunication. Hugh dropped back there, so a lot of that Uber was wasted just walking forward with the Gru, and now with the Uber still popped, Hugh doing his best to deal damage there, but of course when you fire at people who are invincible, you actually don't hurt them. It's novel, but sometimes you just got to stop firing and drop back. Of course that's what he did, so I criticize, but he's a good player. And in fact, he's a good player on almost every class. I've played lots of lobbies with Hugh, and he's pretty awesome on everything. This sentry here, not wrangled, should actually go down. The engineer takes a lot of those bullets there, and the sentry is just so close to death. There it goes. Finally, the heavy takes it down. So now with everybody up here, I think they're going to put down a quick capture time on this first point. Wow, Soldier jumping in, and Pete has just been amazing with the Soldier mobility and putting down lots of damage. That Uber was probably a little bit wasted though, so I don't know why it was popped, missed the reason for the pop there, but with the Uber wasted, that's going to mean that they have to push in here. They're still going to have a bit of an advantage, maybe about 20% here. Wow, okay, so defense, oh my gosh, look at this. This is exactly what they want to do. Everybody here trying to push out a spawn here, getting taken out, but here's the thing now, they may still be able to set up this defense before the intel gets there, and they have. They've got the heavy medic here sitting on the point. S-Dog only with about 50% Uber, so he actually died in that push maybe early on. He's just now come back up, or maybe he popped another Uber and I missed it. But here we go. So there's no Uber right now for Ringleader. If they can push in quickly, then they're going to have a good time before the sentry goes up to level 3, maybe cap this intel on this point. 7 minutes left on the capture time, both for the map and for the round, the stage, I guess. But the longer they wait here, the closer Ringleader is to his Uber. I think it's going to be too late. The Ringleader is going to be able to keep everybody alive. Girardi thrown down, doesn't really matter, of course. The Uber comes in. But here comes a lot of stickies, and actually they're blasting everybody off the point, doing a really good job here of keeping them off. Can the intel get in fast enough? No, it cannot. Just tried to sneak it in there, but Red Team kept a really good presence on that point. Good attempt at a stab. The attack is not over yet. Pete the Plumber trying his best to clear out the pipes here in the office, but office plumbing, of course, is very different from residential plumbing, and he may just not have been prepared for how different it was. A lot of high pressure in there. So, Pete, you're going to have to go back to plumbing school if they're even is a plumbing school, and figure out a little bit more about how you can deal with heavies and medics when they are overhealed. Of course, that was an extremely close attempt at a cap there, but now I think the defense is going to be a little bit better set up. They're still missing 4 players, but those guys are going to respawn very soon and walk out here to help defend this last point. So, can the Desolation Angels hold on here for another 6 minutes? It's very possible to do at this point, so we will have to see just how long they can delay. What is going on with my Intel notification? Why is it all over the place? I don't understand. It's just kind of flipping out, guys. Look at that. Look at what's happening to the Intel. Oh my gosh. SDOG has a little bit of an Uber advantage, but once again, it is not being taken advantage of. They are playing very conservatively, and of course, they're trying to get everybody in position, but the spy here does get taken down, so he's not going to be able to help out very well. Oh man, look at that. A Girardi, of course, going down on your demo man. That's never a good thing to happen. They're going to Uber the heavy in here, but he actually flashes it briefly to his Intel carrier, and of course the Intel carrier cannot be Ubered. So he was trying to keep him alive. Understandable, but that meant that the heavy was going to be Ubered for a little bit less time. Now, Ringleader, I think, popped his a little bit earlier, so he actually has a bit of an advantage here building up, and that means that no matter how fast SDOG builds, he is not going to be as fast as Ringleader. So they're going to be pushing in here with an Uber disadvantage once again. The enemy is going to be able to Uber up and stop. Oh, wow, Science trying to get some... Science. Wow, actually, look where Science is right now, guys. He's hanging out in the little shadows here. Didn't manage to get the kill, sadly. Pudding Cup found him, but... nonetheless, that was a decent little ambush spot there. He probably just got caught there and couldn't retreat. So, you know, what do you do when you can't retreat? Shoot people in the head, because of course there's no surrender in TF2. You can't just throw your hands up and say, please, please, take me prisoner. That doesn't happen. No, you just die and respawn. Why the heck not? So, got the Uber push ready to go here, but look at this, only 4 minutes left. They absolutely have to capture this here, because if they can't manage to do it, 4 minutes... Under 4 minutes is not really a feasible cap time for those last 2 maps. We saw that, of course, Desolation Angels had an extremely difficult time. Oh, so close here. If he can, there they go. Whoa, really, really super clutch. Nobody was standing on the point except that scout, and the scout just walked off at the very last second there. I don't know if they realized they didn't have anybody standing on the point or what, but Desolation Angels there just gave up that cap, so now it is on to the second map. But of course, it's only 4 minutes, and we saw that even when Desolation Angels was in this team last round, they just could not manage to throw up the cap time they needed. It's about a minute per cap, and that basically means they have to cap with every single push. That's going to be extremely difficult, especially, of course, as we've seen for that last point. But even now, I mean, Desolation Angels has a good defense, and so if they just fail one push here, I mean, that may be it. That just may be the round. So they're going to have to get some really, really clutch, really fast cap times here if they want to stay in this game and take the game off of DesA, the Desolation Angels. Let's get a good... Get a good position here, and looks like the sentry location has changed. That's a good thing to do. You know, regardless of the benefits of having a sentry in one location versus having it in the other, as long as there's 2 viable locations, switching it up when you're between rounds gives you the opportunity to throw the enemy off. They're just like, okay, we expect the sentry over here, but oh, look, it's actually over there. Oh, crap. Maybe I had a position to actually attack this. Now, Kalai doing a really good job of knocking out Nipsey there. Looks like a lot of kills coming down right now for Knights of the Apocalypse. So can they manage to knock this sentry out? I think they will, no problem. So they're still in this game, guys. Now, they do have to get the intel in there. They actually have to cap it, and right now there's, of course, invulnerable people on the point, so they can't do it yet. Oh, Heavy goes down, though, so everybody on KA is down right now. This was a failed push. That means only about 3 minutes left here in this final round. Oh my gosh, and my voice is just dying here because I've been casting so much today, but it has been so worth it. Good teleporter placement inside the capture zone there from Desolation Angels. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Looks like the capture is probably going to go down here. About 3 minutes left. Oh my gosh, this medic getting... What the heck, guys? Kill the medic. Seriously, that was insane. I think the medic may have actually gotten a kill there. I didn't check to see. nonetheless, they need to get it in there right away. They do have Uber advantage, they do have the player advantage, but Chris putting down some decent sticky traps here, so we'll have to see if anybody tries to push in that way. They did not, but Tuna Fish gets taken out. And once again, Nova Mode just has it out for Tuna Fish. He has headshot him like every time that Scout has peeked his head around the corner. That's insane to get that many headshots like that. Science now does actually headshot Nipsey Russell, but Nipsey is right back up using the Dead Ringer, so he's perfectly okay. Does get chased down a little bit here, but of course he's causing Blue Team to have to turn around, and of course any players that are turning around at this point and trying to go back are not participating in this push. They've almost got the Uber, they've got the Uber advantage, so they should be able to push in and have no problem. I think they'll be able to take this with about, maybe a minute 30 left on the clock. Oh, good attempt there, but of course there was a heavy standing down on the point. They need really to just take out that sentry, do a lot of damage to everybody. Kill that heavy, kill the heavy. I don't think they realize the heavy's down here. Couldn't kill him. That's a really awesome defensive location there, of course, for Desolation Angels. They have desolated now everybody on Knights of the Apocalypse. Oh my gosh. So just an extremely clutch defense so far. Oh, what a big backstab there too. So extremely clutch defense. I think that's going to be it. I think Desolation Angels have managed to throw together just enough of a defense that they're going to win this round and win the game 2-1, but it's been extremely close so far. Knights of the Apocalypse showing us what they're made of against the team that is at the top of their rankings in Steel Division and UGC right now. And now KA is just kind of throwing together desperation, and of course the defending team knows at this point that it is desperation time for Knights of the Apocalypse. It's too late now, guys. It is pretty much too late now. A good kills coming in here from the heavy, getting lots and lots of kills down, but it's just not going to be enough. So that is it, guys. This has been Salamancer. I'm not, of course, calling it early, but basically there's just not enough time for it to happen. So this is, of course, Salamancer. Check me out on... my voice. Check me out on youtube.com/fatmop. Of course, if you're seeing this on YouTube, you are here already, so hit that subscribe button because I'm going to be doing this as much as possible. But also, guys, check me out on Twitch TV/fatmop. Check me out when I'm casting for X Television, and of course watch X Television whenever you can because they are the premier Team Fortress 2 casters right now in North America. This has been an extremely fun game to cast on CTF HAARP. Of course, these games have been incredibly close both times. Desolation Angels has thrown together a really good defense here in the end, but it was 2-1, so congrats to KA for putting together a pretty good offense against the top-ranked team right now for their division. So, with 3-2-1, that is going to be it, guys. Thank you for watching. Once again, this has been Salamancer. Hit that subscribe button and tell your friends to watch competitive TF2, whether it be here, XTV, Vanilla TV, or whatever. Tell them to check it out, guys. And I just totally called that early, and I am really stupid because guess what? The attackers can actually catch all 6 points, and I am a complete idiot. Everybody in the stream chat is like, Salamancer, you're so dumb. I wasn't even paying attention because I was too busy watching this map. But, yeah, the attackers can actually cap all 3 points here and still manage to win. I think that maybe even they didn't realize it. Maybe the defenders didn't realize it either. But oh man, I'm so dumb for calling that early. That was ridiculous. But I'm not going to go back and talk about it now. So that's it, guys. It looks like that the match is going to go to the 3rd and final round. It's even closer than I thought. Oh, my face is red right now, guys, for calling that match so early. Oh my God. And of course, I even told you guys at the beginning of the round, I was like, of course, they could actually cap all 6 points and still win. But regardless, looks like we've got pretty much the same setup here from the defense as before. Actually, once again, Desolation Angels is taking their cue from Knights of the Apocalypse, and they're setting their sentry up in the same place that KA set theirs up before. So setting it up a little bit farther forward here, it's going to be less defended, but it's going to be better able to shut off some of these attacking lanes. So we'll have to see whether that works for them. Now, Knights of the Apocalypse basically has the entire time of this map to capture both points. So we're just going to watch that time tick down and see whether or not KA can take this game off of Desolation Angels, and I don't actually remember even how it ends, so this is ridiculous, guys. And I'm so dumb for calling it early, but here we go. Everything is down to this final round of CTF HAARP, 1-1 right now, and KA is going to have to put together an offense to capture the last point. They've done it once, but of course, Desolation Angels has shown us that they can defend it until time runs out as well. So it could go either way. I am extremely Extremely excited to see how this goes. So far, we've got 2 down right now, 4 red, but of course those are their 2 flanking classes, the Spy and the Scout. The Uber's coming in now, and the Sentry goes down right away, so yeah, I'm not really sure if I agree with that Sentry location at all. But at the very least, Red Team has managed to keep most of their team alive, so doing a good job of defending this point. There are, however, 7.5 minutes that they have to defend this map. That is really not a lot of time, though, considering just how difficult it is to push in this map sometimes. Oh, big pick there by Rise Against, though. Walks in behind S-Dog, and we've seen that kind of thing happen before, where you just get too far forward and you don't have anybody watching the flanks, so somebody walks in and just says, oh, hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to kill your medic. Now, good aggression here coming in from Pete the Plumber, and the Scout's just kind of wandering around down there with the intel, taking a really circuitous route, but does finally drop it right in front of the intel cap point. Interesting now, with no sentry up here, if that heavy were to leave that point for any amount of time, they could actually just, no, the sentry is up now, okay, so they can't just jump in and cap. Sentry's really far back now. I think I like that point better than the forward point before. Oh gosh, guys, my voice is just dying right now. The Spy goes down, doesn't manage to do a lot of damage to that sentry, but the sentry goes down nonetheless. It is damaged enough so that the spam here from Collide can take it out. Collide takes a stab to the back, but the Ubers pop now, getting air blasted way down there, so they're not able to do any more damage. But with the engineer down, I mean, this is the time for Knights of the Apocalypse to start getting really aggressive. There's no sentry, and there's not going to be a sentry for quite a while. Good dead ringer there by Nipsey Russell, I think. So he's going to come right back up and start attacking the enemy team again. Sounds like Sunkissed actually took a headshot and died. So he, once again, or maybe it was a backstab, or either way, once again, he's down. So the first point is capped here. Desolation Angel's going to have to fall back. This is insane, guys. It's all down to the last point here. And, oh, man, Tunafish actually ended up letting Collide go down. Didn't realize that was a Spy running up behind Collide. So Collide took a backstab, but Tunafish, I think, ended up killing Nipsey as well. Now he's taking that intel, and he's going to start walking up to the last point. Everybody's alive right now for Knights of the Apocalypse. And they do have 7.5 minutes to push the last point. They've got time enough for like 5 pushes here if they just want to Uber in as soon as they get it. Now the enemy has Uber as well. They've got decent positioning set up here. Let's see how big their sentry is right now. It's just level 1, so really the faster they can put it up, the better. If they can get in here and Uber and just start trying to take the sentry down or getting a lot of kills or something, that's going to be good. Interestingly, they're running the direct hit, so it looks like they're really concerned about the how far they have to fire those rockets to hit that sentry. If they can hit the sentry with a direct hit, of course, it's going to deal a lot more damage, and the engineer's going to have a tough time there defending it. Sunkissed, of course. Not going to like that direct hit, but so far the direct hit's not doing a lot. They're not able to push around this side to actually hit it. Got to see what happens. And here we go. We got Rise Against doing the same thing that Pete the Plumber was doing before, jumping up there and just denying that area a little bit. Here we go. That's exactly what they want to do. Oh my gosh, a reflect on the direct hit shots. That's pretty intense right there. Uber's coming down here, trying to deal as much damage as they can. S-Dog having to run back, though. Very good play by both teams here. They walked that Uber in, dealt as much damage as they could, and then S-Dog just said, okay, well, it's fading away. We didn't get the kills we needed, so let's back out, build it up once again. We're going to have a slight, 2 or 3 second advantage here, and maybe they can manage to press it. They've actually walked their heavy up. Looks like Hugh is standing up here to the right side. So they've got a good position set up here, and if they can keep it, they may be able to sneak that intel in while they make their next push. Sentry looks like it went down, so once again, they're trying to build up a level 1 sentry there just to defend the point briefly. Oh no, Science does go down here. And there they go. They lose their offensive positioning here. They've only got the Scout left remaining, and he goes down as well. So now the intel is stuck over here in this corner. Even if the Uber comes down and takes out a lot, they're going to have to send somebody all the way around to that corner just to grab the intel. No good. They tried to get the Spy in there, but 4 life ends up going down to Rise Against. So very well done there to defend the intel. 5.5 minutes left to go. Knights of the Apocalypse here on offense. Can they end up getting the cap in 5.5 minutes? Because if they can get it, guys, this is going to be the game for Knights of the Apocalypse, 2-1, and that's going to put them up against the leaders of the Steel Division. Really, this is an amazing match so far. I am losing my voice. I'm trying to save it up for when the exciting stuff starts to happen here. Both teams just kind of jockeying for position at the moment. Knights of the Apocalypse staying back and saying, okay, let's get everybody over here. Let's get a plan together. Nipsey Russell did die, but he is still alive. He's got that dead ringer. And it looks like now Knights of the Apocalypse has the intel ready. They're starting to be a little bit more aggressive. Tuna Fish has taken a lot of damage, though. He's at 6 health right now. Needs to get healed up here. Not sure even where he is. We're just going to sit here and watch. Excuse me. Watch as the team starts to push. And here we go, the Uber comes in, they're Ubering Demoman once again, trying to get a lot of damage put on the sentry really fast, but of course the Wrangler goes down. The Wrangler takes about 75% of the damage and just says, nope, that never happened. So it is almost an overpowered weapon for this kind of defensive situation here. It's ridiculous, guys, and I really would rather see the Wrangler do something a little bit different, but 75% damage reduction is probably too much on a map like this, and this point here is so extremely difficult to cap. The Uber was, of course, popped. They've got a little bit of an advantage. Once again, they're holding up on the right-hand side this time. Very, very forward position. Good for dealing a lot of aggressive damage, but they're taking a lot of damage here, too. Tuna Fish, once again, getting headshot by Nova Mode. My God, how do you headshot scouts that effectively? I wish I could play Sniper like Nova Mode can play Sniper right now, because I would main Sniper instead of maining Medic. I mean, geez, that is ridiculous, guys. It is ridiculous. I'm not even going to say how ridiculous that is. Because, like, words can't describe. Good Uber here, though. Look at this. They built that Uber up on the right side. They managed to bring their Demo Man. Problem is, he ended up getting blasted into the air and pushed back by all the knockback damage from that sentry. So it was a good attempt there. They had the forward positioning, just not quite enough. Sounds like a buff banner, once again, has gone down for Red Team. This is like the 3rd or 4th buff banner in the game, and it's been like a hour-and-a-half long game so far. It's been insane so far. So, wow. CTF HAARP, guys, is just it's worse than Dustbowl for how long these matches last, but of course, worse is better for you, the viewer. You get to see lots and lots of TF2 get played. And once again, a good setup here on the forward positions. They're trying to build this Uber up, and they're just going to walk in, Uber, and attempt to knock out the enemy position here. Red Team has been forced very, very far back. They don't like playing this far back here. Only 3 minutes left, though, so they're doing a great job on defense so far. Anything can happen. Can Knights of the Apocalypse, take out this enemy defensive position, sneak that thing, sneak the intel back there somehow? Sentry's only level 2 right now. Medic hops out here, tries to take a lot of the damage. Gets separated, actually, from his Uber target, so I think S-Dog's going to end up dying here, but not before he gets a little bit of heals left up there. Yeah, he's finally gone down to a body shot, and that just did not do the damage they needed to do. So once again, Knights of the Apocalypse here trying to push in, and their offense has been crumbling. They've only got 2.5 minutes to get this capped, and just now, S-Dog has come up and is building that Uber once again. Let's see if they even have their teleporter up. No, they don't. Oh my gosh. No teleporter means they're going to have to push in. That's going to waste a lot of time. Done a very good job here for Desolation Angels of knocking that teleporter out. And so Collide really has to bring this all the way up. Going to sticky jump as much as he can, but there they go. If they're finally back in position to be offensive, we're going to see if Nova Mode can get a big pick here, because 2 minutes left. I mean, every kill is going to be really golden here for defense right now. Can he get these kills? Not yet. Gonna try and headshot the heavy out there, but no, nothing happens yet. Good direct hit shots here, trying to knock out this sentry, but he's just too far away, not dealing enough damage, and the Red Team is actually taking a lot of those hits. Now, Nipsey Russell, once again, using the Dead Ringer to full effect, trying to get around behind Blue Team here to do some good backstabs. Haven't seen where he is yet, but may just be going for that teleporter again. Who knows? Pete the Plumber taking a headshot, so no good there. Nova Mode is making sure that... oh, guys, excuse me, my voice is dying tonight. But yeah, once again, Nova Mode is shutting this entire lane down, and that's just the power of Sniper on CTF HAARP on these gigantic open lanes here. It's so impossible to push out. 1 minute remaining. It all comes down to this. Can Knights of the Apocalypse bring the intel to all the way up this stupid long hallway to the last point? They Uber the Demo Man in. This is going to be the last Uber they get of the game. The Demo Man is doing a lot of damage here, but of course the damage is not going to be quite enough to knock out the medic before he Ubers. The sentry's taking a heck of a lot of hits here, still being wrangled, still firing. Can the sentry go down, though? The intel's trapped over here. Only 4 left remaining up right now. 4 Knights of the Apocalypse. They're pushing as much as they can, but they're getting pushed back here by the defense of Desolation Angels. Desolation, I think, has this game in the bag. 30 seconds left here, and it's going to require some extremely sneaky play to come around here to grab this intel. So, guys, I said it earlier, and of course I was completely wrong, but now I think the game is finally over. I think Knights of the Apocalypse just couldn't get the offense in time to assault this point. So I'm not going to do too much in the way of self-promotion this time, but once again, guys, Twitch TV/FatMop. Here you're watching YouTube/FatMop, and of course, check out X Television, check out all the places that I stream and that everybody else streams TF2. Let's get TF2 go big on comp. Buff banner called here at the very end, so congratulations to Desolation Angels. A good game played for both teams, and of course, just an insanely turtle-heavy map, guys. But this has been Salamancer. My voice is dying. Thank you for watching, and of course, hit the subscribe button here. Follow me on Twitch TV if you like what you see. Signing out.